Getting in some breaking news now. Republic has accessed the order copy in the Teesta Setalvad case. The Gujarat High Court has rejected a bail petition, a regular bail plea of Teesta Setalvad, and directed her to surrender immediately in a case pertaining to alleged fabrication of evidence to frame innocent people in the 2002 post-Godhra riots cases. And I have Priyanka joining us with the details of that order copy. Priyanka, why don't you take us through that order copy and what it says? I'm just going across to Priyanka in just a few seconds. Once again, the big news update in the case of Teesta Setalvad. Many people had alleged that Teesta Setalvad had fabricated evidence, and especially in the 2002 post-Godhra riots cases. And she had applied for a regular bail petition in one of the cases, and she has been denied that bail, and she's been asked to surrender by the Gujarat High Court. And Teesta Setalvad was at the forefront of most of these cases that you saw that were filed against the Gujarat government, and it appeared that in many cases, if not most, the evidence was fabricated with people testifying, claiming that they were either paid or asked to lie, or in many cases the evidence was made up. That's the order copy. And let me go across to Priyanka joining us with the details. Priyanka. Okay, I'll go across to Abhishek Kapoor as well. Abhishek Kapoor has been tracking the story very closely as we get you the details of what the court has said. That's the order copy. I'm going across to Priyanka in just a few seconds, but it's a 127-page order. It's 127-page order, and Priyanka is on the phone line with us. Let's go across to her. Priyanka, take us through the operative part and what the court has said in this case.
That's right, Niranjan. As I had been speaking about the order and how trouble is in fact mounting for Teesta Setalvad since she has been told to surrender immediately. Now, this also comes after a statement that had been made by the senior counsel Mihir Thakur appearing for Teesta Setalvad, who had argued that if they could get a stay on the order of this Gujarat High Court, stating that there should be a 30-day time period that should be given and a stay on the entire order should be given, but that was also rejected, and that is when the justice, in fact, had also stated that Teesta Setalvad must surrender immediately because essentially she had also been from the stay that she had gotten from the Apex Court, from the Supreme Court last September in the interim bail, the petition that she had filed in the Supreme Court, post which she had been released from the judicial custody here from the Sabarmati jail and in last September itself, and post which now we are seeing that this hearing is only mounting trouble for Teesta Setalvad as she had been out and this protection in fact now has been taken away since of this order that has been given by the Gujarat High Court, which also talks about the entire case, Niranjan, that reiterates how Teesta Setalvad along with the R.V. Sri Kumar, the then DGP, along with the Officer Sanjeev Bhatt had been fabricating evidences in the SIT probe that was being carried out, and the witnesses that were being also, questioned, they were also being tutored is something that has been mentioned time and time again in this entire course of several hearings that have taken place of this matter, Niranjan. And this have also been reiterated in the affidavits which have been submitted by the Ahmedabad Crime Branch, both in the Metro Court and the Gujarat High Court as well, that have reiterated the fact that there was the trio, that is the R.V. Sri Kumar, Sanjeev Bhatt and Teesta Setalvad, were in fact working at the behest of the late Congress leader Ahmed Patel, and he had in fact also given several lakhs of rupees to Teesta Setalvad and R.V. Sri Kumar and Sanjeev Bhatt as well. And that essentially was a clincher in this entire case of political interference and political vendetta that was being perpetrated by the trio, that is Teesta Setalvad, Sanjeev Bhatt and R.V. Sri Kumar. But of course, the court had also found that Teesta Setalvad had been working at the behest of Ahmed Patel, and she was the one who was also coordinating and tutoring these said witnesses whose statements had been recorded for this entire probe, Niranjan. And later, of course, it was found out that the witnesses were trained. The witnesses had been not told as to what papers they were signing. They had been tutored specifically by Teesta Setalvad, and they had also been threatened by Sanjeev Bhatt and R.V. Sri Kumar as they were senior police officers during the time that these witnesses were being taken in and their statements were being recorded. So all of this has been a matter of record even in the lower courts and also in the Supreme Court, Niranjan. But of course, the trouble now mounting for Teesta Setalvad as parallelly the investigation by the Ahmedabad Crime Branch is continuing. We are looking at the Gujarat High Court of immediately telling her to surrender, which essentially means that her legal team is already stating that they will have to rush to the Supreme Court to get any kind of protection post this order that had been given by the Gujarat High Court, claiming that if, in fact, the Gujarat High Court had asked her to surrender immediately, that would essentially manifest in her being taken into custody forcefully or her herself going and surrendering to the authorities. But for preventing that, the legal team of Teesta Setalvad has stated that they will be approaching the Supreme Court as well. Now, we will have to wait and watch as to what really goes on further in the apex court. But this order in itself is going to be a huge blow for Teesta Setalvad, the self-proclaimed activist in this entire matter, who had found to be in cahoots with the late Congress leader Ahmed Patel and had been working at the behest of this Congress leader and had been also giving money to these witnesses, tutoring these witnesses, all of these allegations which have also been found to be true in the due course of the investigation which was being carried out by the Ahmedabad Crime Branch.
Okay, in fact, this order is fairly scathing. Going through the details of what it says, and it gets into great detail about how Teesta Setalvad had tampered evidence, and prima facie the court has observed how this is extremely serious, saying that there is material available against her and she tried to win over witnesses in the manner that suits her agenda, and considering the fact that the present applicant was funded freely by a political party. It's a big one. Okay, we'll come back to this. The Uttarakhand Chief Minister speaking live. I'm cutting across. Stay with us.